Let's face it guys, Gen Z absolutely loves thrift shopping. It has definitely become the most popular way to get your new wardrobe, new decor for your home, and even give people gifts from thrift stores, which is so weird because if you used to have hand-me-down clothes or have to go to thrift stores to get your clothes for school or something, kids would make fun of you so hard, but it is so trendy to do so now. So in this video, I actually just wanted to explore what makes a good versus bad thrift store. So let's get into it. Throughout this video, I'm going to be using a ranking system to determine what stores are actually good versus bad. So I have 5 different categories of which I'll be ranking from 1 to 10, and the first one will be the amount of inventory just in general at the store. Secondly, what was the actual variety of items within each category? Does the price actually make sense for the items that they're selling? Am I able to find pieces that I personally find trendy and actually would want to have in my home or my closet? And lastly, what was the overall service, cleanliness, and vibe of the store? So that's the chart that we're going to be kind of ranking the stores with. I did pull my friend Sarah with me for about a month straight of back-to-back thrift shopping on the weekends, so shout out to Sarah if you're watching this. Thank you for helping me film and give your opinions with me. We decided to go to 10 different stores around the Minneapolis, Minnesota area, so if you're also from Minneapolis, you're probably going to find this video helpful as well. So with all that being said, let's just jump into the first store that we went to. Okay, so we are at Goodwill, and it's the first location that we are trying to thrift at. This is definitely more of a like charity donation center, I guess, kind of like commercialized. If you know what Goodwill is, that's like what you think of when you think of a thrift store. We do have a guest with us today. My local Goodwill is actually one of the nicer ones in the area, I would say. Most of the store is clothing though, which is kind of annoying because I typically don't go into Goodwills looking for clothing. I typically like to go to the decor sections, but there is a lot to pick from. One thing about this Goodwill that I don't like, and I don't know if it's just this Blaine location or not, but they don't have a dressing room, and like for how many clothes there are everywhere, like I feel like you should have a spot to try them on. And also the return policy is like you can't return stuff, you have to just exchange it out and then like get other stuff. Don't love that. Like how petty is that? Next we did go find the decor section, and I picked up this little trinket dish thing and didn't really need it, so we set it back down. But then me and Sarah found it's actually quite expensive. This could be kind of cute as like a little tray for something. It's kind of scratched. I'm gonna go to Google reverse image and see how much at World Market this originally was. I don't feel like it was 105, but it's kind of all over.
It's this one, isn't it?
I think so.
I'll find a use for it if that's the case.
That's like the same thing.
That is the same
But
thing.
like, why are they selling it for 105? That's a good deal instead of 105.
Should I buy it?
I don't know, I kind of like it.
We'll walk with it.
The next thing I really wanted to find was a cute little pink vase. Okay, there is a green one, which I did say I was looking for, but that's kind of too dark of a shade of green, and I wish it was a little bit skinnier. Okay guys, so we just got out of Goodwill. Sarah ended up buying 1 item so far, and I think it was worth it. First category is inventory selection. I'm gonna give this Goodwill 6 probably, because there's different sections, but most of it is clothes, I feel like.
I feel like I'd give it like a 5.
A 5?
Because,
Okay.
I mean, like it had a lot of stuff, but like you said, it was a lot of clothes.
Variety of item types. For that one, I'll give that probably also a 5.
I mean, I feel like I would also maybe give it either like a 4.5 or a 5, just because like I was looking for like a coffee table, so the furniture section, there was like what,
Not
10 pieces total of like furniture.
This is going to be the pricing, so I felt like for the type of items that we could find, I mean there wasn't anything like super high end. I'd say like we happened to find one of the things that were worth purchasing, 7 or 8.
I was thinking that too.
Okay, we'll put 7 for price. If they have trendy items or not, I would give this like a 3 maybe. A lot of it is donated, so it's not really like a ton of good selection, especially in the clothes. It's kind of hard to find like good stuff in the clothes sections.
I was gonna give it like a 2.
Okay, so we'll do 2.5 on that one. And then last but not least, the overall service, cleanliness, and organization of the store.
And there wasn't like garbage all over the floor or anything, so I feel like I would give that, like based on that, like an 8.
Yeah,
The
I would
staff were
say
nice.
also an 8. Blaine is kind of a nicer area too, so there wasn't like super shitty stuff everywhere. There was like obviously some random stuff out of place, but overall, yeah, I feel like an 8 is good. Okay guys, so the overall ranking for Goodwill is
5.6.
that's kind of what I okay, so overall, very basic store, not a ton to it, but now we're gonna be going to Wild Things, which is just up the highway. I am excited to go to this one because there is a coffee shop inside of the thrift store. And this is the vendor category type thrift store because vendors like purchase items and then bring them here to like upsell. Let's go inside and see what the coffee shop has to offer. Right away, we just skipped to the back of the store because they have a coffee shop, and I've never actually tried it out, but it was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. We then continued on throughout the store, and bonus points right away because they do indeed have a dressing room here, which is kind of unique. Sarah and I both had different things we were looking for, so we were able to go into little specific sections. I really wanted to find a chandelier, but these ones are a little bit on the pricier side since they are upselling. It's genuinely just pretty fun to see what pieces that people are trying to sell, and there's definitely something for everyone, considering that there are 75 different individual vendors that all have their own unique style. Honestly, there's just so many different unique things you can find. I know Sarah really likes butterflies, and there was quite a bit of butterfly things in the store. Okay, what are your thoughts of the store so far?
There's a lot of stuff here. This
There is
place
a lot.
is really cool.
It is really cool. This is one of my favorite places. Sarah just told me she wouldn't even care if we spent the rest of the day here, and we've only gone to like 1/3 of the spots in this store so far. Right now we're like in this little vendor section. They're all organized by who is like selling the items. After walking around for about another hour, I actually had an employee approach me and ask if I wanted to put my items up at the front, and I took her up on the offer because honestly my hands were getting full. I'll admit it is a little bit overwhelming with just how many choices there are as far as decor, clothes, and accessories. Something that I can appreciate about this thrift store is that they also host special events throughout the month, and that can be found through their Instagram. I'll leave it below if you guys want to check it out. Look at the TV stand thing. That's fun. Alright guys, I just got a lot of gold frames, which I'm not mad about. Alright, we just got out of Wild Things. Sarah, what do you think?
I'm a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
This is definitely my aesthetic store. As you guys saw from the footage, it's all from my point of view of what like I liked, so I'm sure you saw stuff too that is more like your style.
Yeah.
So first things first, inventory. From 1 to 10, how much inventory do you feel they have?
10.
I would agree, I'd say
There's
10.
what, like 10 different rooms in there you can go through?
Yeah, I think there's like 75 different vendors that have their own little booth. All right, next we're gonna do variety of item types. There was pretty good variety. Like I'd give that section an 8 maybe.
I was gonna give it a 9 because I feel like I would give it a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 9 because I feel like it's a lot of the same stuff, just like a different font.
Pricing of items. It is a little bit more spendy. Like I definitely probably could have found like the same or similar stuff for cheaper at like Goodwill or something like that. So I'd give price probably like a 5 out of 10. Like I get why, but it's not cheap by any means.
I didn't buy anything, but I feel like I would also give it like a 5, maybe a 6.
We're gonna do if the items were trendy 1 to 10. I'm gonna give this a 9 because I feel like, yes, like the vendors are bringing in pieces that they really like.
I would also give it a 9.
And then overall cleanliness, service, and organization of the store, I'm gonna give a 10. I don't know if you guys heard, but that lady did come over and ask if I like needed to put any items at the bins by the front, so that was really nice. And they're always super nice and tell me about like any deals coming up. This is gonna be just 5 extra bonus points because they have coffee, so they get extra 5 points. So time to tally that all up. All right,
9.6.
pretty good score for this one. I think that's probably going to be the highest one.
Yeah, I would think so.
This was a good one. Alright, Alright y'all, we are at the Goodwill Outlet bins in Brooklyn Center or Brooklyn Park, I don't really know. This is going to be under the category of like outlet slash rejected items slash things that didn't sell that are at the last minute very discounted price. So I'm expecting some good deals in here, hoping there's some good stuff. Well, let's go see. Alright, I guess technically this is the second Goodwill. Should we grab a cart?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Alright. Ooh, this is a very smooth cart. That's kind of rare. Here it is, y'all. Lots and lots of clothes. Let's see. There's like random stuff in these bins. Ooh, I see a vase. Don't know what that is. There's like random, like what is that? There's one New Balance shoe. Is that a bag of literal lemons?
No.
Oh. Here is what it looks like. Oh, this is kind of a nice like shadow box frame. Sarah, the Barbie car. She kind of don't hate. Like with a sports bra under, that could be cute. This like wash of jeans is cute, but it's American Eagle. It's a size 6. Very holy, but they are American Eagle. Well, someone will find it. Astro World. That's funny. Underwear. That's gross. Guys, I found something rare. Lululemon made it all the way here. It doesn't say what size they are though, so I'm kind of confused about that. But like, shit. Trying some. Ew, 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 there's stuff in the pockets. Sarah found some vineyard vines. That's not bad. Ew, 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 what is that? What is this white crusty thing? I don't hate that. Is there stains?
I feel like, oops, sorry. I feel like that's something you could get out.
You could maybe. Hold up.
It's not, I don't think it's my size though, but it might be yours.
Someone can match with me for like 50 cents. I have these. Girl. This is the pricing of stuff. So, oh, so it's like cheaper as you get more. Why is there a knife? Y'all, this is needed right now. Oh my god. Yeah, for real. Alright guys, we had to extreme cleanse our hands after that because as you saw, there was a lot of sifting through like old bras, underwear. We're gonna rank this store now. Inventory 1 to 10. I'm going to give a 2 because it was mostly just clothes and random like literal trash thrown in bins.
Gonna give it a 1.
Variety of item types, I'm gonna give
it a 5.
I was thinking like
a lot
3.
There's a lot of different clothes in there though. Like you had scarves and pants and sweatshirts and shirts
true.
and tank tops.
Price for what we're getting, I'm gonna give a 10 because it was about as cheap as you possibly can get. Trendy stuff, I'm gonna give like a 2. I mean, we got some things, so like, clearly some of it was trendy, I guess. The overall service, cleanliness, and organization of the store, I'm gonna give,
because I feel like
I'm gonna give a 3 because like, yes, it's very random, but at least like the clothes and other random stuff were separated and it wasn't like everything was just randomly in a bin, you know?
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's tough because you think about it, the whole purpose of this store is to just dump and go. Like they don't organize it, so to them that's how it's supposed to look. So like, I gave it like a 4.5. Okay, everybody, 4.25.
I mean, to be fair, that's not that much worse than like the regular Goodwill from earlier. Y'all, we just drove like a half hour or like 25 minutes to come to this thrift store called Empty the Nest, and they're closed, I guess, even though it literally says open on Google. 0 out of 10 right now. We were so excited. They have like a bunch of furniture and stuff, and it's in this little like strip mall thing. It just has like a sign on the door that's like, will be closed today. Maybe update your Google hours. every single time we tried to go there, it was closed, even though it literally said on Google that it was open. So that was very frustrating. So we had to learn the hard way that if we wanted to go there, we had to look at hours on their Facebook page. And when we did that, they were closed every single weekend besides like one weekend a month. Based on that, wouldn't recommend going there or trying to go there. Okay, this new one that we're going to, kind of interesting. Where are we going right now? We're just like in this random building. Oh. Interesting.
Because if so, this Mercer, we have a whole collection in my house.
Rolling Stone, Beatles.
Led Zeppelin?
Yeah. Led Zeppelin.
Two different bands put together.
I don't know what those.
5 Seconds of Summer.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Dude, you just commit a crime in this store. I like these plates. Oh god. I almost hit my head on this. It was seriously just so quiet in the store, it was kind of weird. Also, there was just so many like old vintage collector items and toys mostly. Beanie Baby. I used to have these. M&M phone. Okay guys, maybe we can find a vase here. I don't hate whatever this is. Oh my god, but it's so heavy. Try to pick that up, Sarah. But like, I can't even grab it. Yeah. Oh, okay, we gotta look for John. If there is any JDM cars. Why is this the way that's set up? Okay, finds on Broadway in Robbinsdale. I don't know about that one. Inventory. What are we gonna rank that from 1 to 10?
Well, I feel like it's important to make it kind of clear that it's not a thrift store. It's more of an antique store. So
yeah.
For inventory, I feel like it had a lot.
It had a lot.
So I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10, just because there was a lot of stuff there. It just wasn't inventory like that we were.
Yeah, I was gonna say a 7 because there was like a lot of stuff, but it definitely feels like it's old women pick out. I don't know where the pieces are coming from.
Yeah.
Or what variety of item types. I'm gonna give that a 4.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Just I feel like I saw a lot of cups.
Yeah, there was a lot of like glass, like Coca-Cola cups and stuff,
A lot
and
of
like
glass items.
The prices, I didn't really look at the prices, to be honest. I was
looking at them a little bit. I think they were actually pretty decent for it being like an antique collector store.
Okay. I guess all I really have to base it on is the graphic t-shirts that I saw, and they were all listed for $40, and I feel like that's kind of high considering we got
look at that.
A bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 10.
I'll give it a 5.5.
Trendy based on our taste, I'm going to give a 2.
Not what I was looking for at all.
I didn't need or want anything in that store. Overall service, cleanliness, and organization of the store. Service, no one there greeted us or anything, and we were the only people in the store. So, I'm gonna give it like a 3. It wasn't like dirty. There wasn't like random stuff blocking aisles or anything, but
yeah,
I don't know. Just wasn't really.
Based on the customer service, I feel like I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Okay, final score for this thrift store.
4.25.
Okay, that's actually better than I thought it was going to be, but I don't know. If you like vintagey grandma collector items and you're not looking for anything practical and you're there simply to collect, I would say it's a good one. Yeah, but if you're looking to like get cute new decor items or things that you can wear currently, I would say skip this one.
Yeah.
We were gonna drive away and then we drove past this Queen Bee vintage store and we're just gonna go in and see if it's any good.
The other kid that's really rough sometimes also wasn't there, so I was like, oh, easy day, yes.
Yeah.
Get a kid projectile vomit
Ew.
everywhere. And I'm like,
Upon walking in, I did notice I liked a lot of the items. However, I was feeling pretty claustrophobic while walking around. It felt like they tried to fit like 1,000 square feet of stuff into a 400-foot apartment.
so cute.
Wait a minute, that's cute. I don't.
For 26 bucks
See,
for all of it?
here's the thing though. I just want one. You know what I mean? Oh, look, there's more up here. That's funny. Could have a whole ass set. I like that this is like a themed little like pie, like baking room. It's cute. I'm gonna be honest, if you're plus size, I wouldn't really go here.
No. She's not a barker, but she goes, ooh, oof, oof.
Where have you been?
Great.
She wants to shorten your hours.
This is a very small thrift store. Like, I literally am like, ugh. They genuinely ran out of room, but still tried to make it work. I kind of don't hate this, like, corporate jacket, but let's see the prices. $12, okay. Like, literally, I can't fit. This is coming I'm stuck.
Disney.
Hmm.
Really cute. I don't know if that works.
Okay, we're in the car. A very, very small in there, I will say.
Yeah, it's like a closet.
There's only like a tiny little narrow spot to walk through, so like if you're gonna go, like you cannot be bulky while you're walking around in there, or you're gonna like run into something and like knock it off the shelf. Inventory, selection, I'm gonna give a 5.
I think I'm gonna give it a 4.
Variety of item types, I'm gonna give a 2 because there wasn't that much stuff.
I'm gonna give it a 4 just because I feel like there were stuff we haven't seen before, like those little like tiny like vintage magnet things and like
kind of like more unique than the other one.
Yeah.
Price, I'm gonna say it was pretty cheap for the things that I did pick up and look at, so I'll give like an 8 out of 10 for price. I felt like that was decent.
I think I'll give it a 7.
Trendy, I would say like a 7. I really liked a few pieces in there.
For me, I'm gonna give it like a 4 because there wasn't a lot of what I was looking for, like in my style.
Last category, overall service, cleanliness, organization. I'll give that.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
3 also.
Once again, the person working didn't say anything to us.
Yeah, as you guys saw in the clothes room, I literally couldn't get around and there was like stuff on the floor kind of in the way, so low-key it's kind of a fire hazard in there.
Yeah, if there was a fire, things would get broken and you would probably trip on your way out.
You would die.
For a grand total of 4.7.
That's not terrible. I feel like we keep getting like mid after mid after mid. Like none of them are like terrible, but they're all just
I'm ready to find the good one.
Alright, here we go. There is so much at the Savers though, so not mad. Oh, this is kind of fun. Yeah, I don't hate this. For $4 too, I mean, I'll carry this around with me. That's kind of fun. Okay, bonus points because there's a bathroom in the Savers thrift store. However, it smells really gross in here, but at least there's a bathroom. Oh, thank you. I kind of like this vase. It's kind of what I was envisioning. It's like perfect size. So honestly, I think we're gonna grab that too. I have a lot of stuff, but they have like color coded sections. There's like a black section, a pink section. There's like this one too. But I don't know. Thank you. Just put that in here.
See anything that would fit your wall.
Really? Sad. Oh, there's so many frames. Sorry.
Oh, oops, sorry.
You're good. Just trying to get a thumbnail for my video. I do have to admit the layout of the Savers was pretty impressive and there was quite a variety of inventory, organized pretty well. Guys, we found similar plate set things, but they're not from World Market, so not quite a full set, but that would be fun if we found it. This is kind of fun. Am I gonna be able to fit? So you think I'm skinny? Sparkly bag. What is that? What is that? What is going on? Yeah, there's a lot more at this thrift store than the other one so far. It looks like a Lululemon top, honestly, but I don't think it is because it would have a logo. Don't hate this Champion one because you can like reverse it, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
Base.
Wow, my frame made the cut.
Ooh, it did. Good pick. I cracked my nail though.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Not even
Okay, I guess somehow we forgot to rank savers, but I'm just gonna go based on my experience. I feel like there was a lot of inventory. I found some cute stuff. They have self-checkout, which was a plus. They had a bathroom, which was a plus. And overall, it's pretty good, so I'll give it 7.5. Okay, we are on our way to Queenie and Pearl, which if you guys have watched my channel before, you guys know that I really like going here. We're just walking down the residential neighborhood that's by it right now. It is like half a thrift store, I would say, and then the other half is more products that they clearly have like a vendor for that, you know, they have multiple sizes of the same thing. We're gonna go in and see what they have. It's mostly clothing for the thrift part upstairs, and then the bottom I'll show you guys, but it's more just like a regular cute little boutique. So yeah. These are cute.
Yes.
I like the black too. So like I mentioned, the entire bottom floor is actually just brand new stuff and is not thrifted whatsoever. But as soon as you go up the stairs, that's when all the thrifting begins. So while this is a thrift store, it's mostly the boutique part that I like to spend the most of my time in. One thing I will give Queenie and Pearl is that it is a great opportunity to take some good Instagram photos. It's just so aesthetic in every single room that you go into, and especially upstairs in the thrifting spots, there's a ton of different photo opportunities, so you can kind of make it a two-way thing where you thrift and get some good Instagram pics. Another plus for me here when it comes to the thrifting side is that things are not actually too expensive compared to what I've seen at other retailers for the same type of items. Okay, so Queenie and Pearl, it's like kind of a thrift store, kind of not, so we're gonna rank that one though. 1 to 10 on inventory. I'm gonna give a 4. I think I'll give it
a 5, just because there's a lot there. Just not for me.
Variety of item types. They basically only have thrifted clothes. It's a fun little vibe, but I'm gonna give that a 5 as well.
I'm gonna go with a 4.
For the price, I'd say they have decent prices there. It's not crazy. It's not like cheap though either, so like a 6.
It's like slightly above average pricing for like a thrift store. I would rank it like a 6.5.
Is it trendy there? Absolutely. I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10.
Me too. 10 out of 10, Queenie and Pearl.
Overall cleanliness, service, and organization of the store, I'm also gonna give a 10.
I'm gonna give it an 8, just because, once again, nobody talked to us.
Fair enough.
Customer service
is usually good.
Yeah.
Total for Queenie and Pearl is
6.85. Sorry, it's not focusing, but 6.85.
Not terrible. Hunt and Gather is one of my other favorite thrift stores, and it's located right next to Queenie and Pearl, so you might as well go to both. This thrift store falls under the vendor category again, and most of the items are picked out beforehand by professional thrift shoppers, and honestly, there's a lot of different unique variety going on. If I had to describe the overall vibe of the entire store, I would say garden chic, eclectic, kind of grandma Victorian vibes. This is a great thrift store if you need to get specific pieces for like an art collage or just need some mixed media for a project. There's just a lot going on everywhere.
Coming down?
Yeah, I think so.
There's There's a specific spot downstairs that I love to go to, so let's go check it out.
Last time we lost each other.
True. Oh, come here to show the vlog. Sarah's been trying to find this thing, or like things similar for a long time. Wait.
It's real butterflies. It's labeled.
That's cute.
Unfortunately, this tiny little box is $49. So I will not be purchasing because it's a lot of money for this size.
But it's cute.
This is what I've been looking for.
Doesn't buy it though.
Look how big it is.
Oh yeah.
Pulling my fingers through it.
This is my favorite section.
This is where this was, so I'm gonna for like honest, that'd be pretty.
Yeah, I really like it.
Take a guess on the price.
I already know. Hold on. Oh, it's pretty though.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, that's a big picture on the back wall. $16.50 for that thing. There are quite a few spots where you can find vintage clothing too, but like I said earlier, I prefer to look at decor. There is also weirdly a lot of head sculptures for some reason, but they're all slightly different, and they do sell a bunch of plants throughout the store. No idea how they're still alive because there's no sunlight. Hunt and Gather's inventory selection.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I would give it like a 9 because there are so.
I was gonna say I'm gonna give it an 8.
So many things in there.
Yeah, that store is huge. Variety of item types, I will give a 9.
I'm also gonna give it 9.
Price for the items, I'm gonna give that a 6 because it is a little bit more spendy.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna give it a 5 because a lot of the stuff I feel like could be priced differently.
Trendy, 10. I really like going there. I feel like they have super trendy stuff that fits my aesthetic.
I'm gonna give it like a 7. 'Cause I feel like it's not quite my aesthetic for everything, but like there's some things.
Overall cleanliness, service, and organization of the store, I'm gonna give a 7. It's kind of cluttered.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
So I feel like, I know it's supposed to be kind of disorganized, but for me, like that's hard. Because I feel like you get overwhelmed.
It's overwhelming, but
I can't find anything because there's just so much going on.
It's good stuff, but it's like overwhelming. Okay, guys.
All right, drum roll, please.
Total is
7.5.
That's pretty good. I think that's the second highest ranking one so far. So I think we're gonna go to one more store. Lastly, we decided to go to Buffalo Exchange, and this is kind of in the uptown Minneapolis area. Sorry if the quality isn't great, I just brought my iPhone with me because this sounds mean, but I felt like I was gonna get robbed. So anyways, besides that, accessories were great. They had like a very nice selection. Honestly, it felt like a nice version of a Plato's Closet. The staff was also super nice right when we walked in the door, and again, mean this in a nice way, but it's giving very like liberal arts student vibe, but that's kind of who I would want ideally to pick out my clothing anyways. The prices were also very decent compared to what I've seen at other thrift stores. I can definitely tell that like this is the place to shop at if you're a college student or a young adult in the area. I was very convinced that I was going to be buying a pair of cowboy boots that had sparkles on them, but then I kind of thought about it and I'm like, why do I need that? I really don't, so I put it back. They did also have dressing rooms here, which was nice. Wasn't nice that my Levi pants I picked out did not fit. It's okay though because I did end up leaving with a pair of sunglasses and a t-shirt for my brother. Okay, it's kind of dark now because we've been doing this video for a while. We just went to Buffalo Exchange and time to rank it. First things first though, it is kind of in like a more sketchy area of Minneapolis. It's in uptown. I don't know. Inventory 1 to 10. It's mostly a clothing store, so I'm gonna give it a 7.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
8, okay. Variety of item types.
7.
Yeah, I'll give that a 7 also. It's definitely a consignment store, kind of like Plato's Closet, where they like buy and sell stuff. The price, I'm gonna give a 9. I felt like they were very reasonable with the way they priced things.
I'm also gonna give it a 9. I expected it to be a lot more
I
expensive
did
than it
too.
was.
It was pretty cheap.
Trendy.
Yeah. I would say this was definitely trendy. I'm gonna
10
give it
out
a
of 10.
10. All like the TikTok hype beast people or like super trendy liberal people definitely are picking items out, so
Yeah.
it was very new and what's in stores right now. Overall service, organization of the store, and cleanliness, I'm gonna give a 10. We were greeted right away when we walked in. Someone came over and grabbed my stuff to get me a fitting room.
8.9.
I think that one's actually the second highest now.
I think so,
Yeah, first time I've been there, I definitely would go back there.
too.
In the summer, there's a lot of other shops nearby too, so.
And really cute restaurants.
That is all the stores that me and Sarah went to in this video. Hopefully you guys found it entertaining or helpful to see how we categorized these stores based on our little ranking system. I love thrifting and it's super fun for me to just get out of the house, grab my best friend, and go try all these new places. If you're from Minnesota and you think we missed one of those little hidden gems, definitely make sure to comment below if there's anywhere else we should go check out. Hopefully it was helpful. Also, if you do live in Minnesota and you want to try new things, I will actually be putting the ranking system in the description, so if you want to just screenshot that so you know where the heat is at for your next thrift adventure, feel free to use that as well. I do just also want to say thank you guys so much for hitting 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I officially can become a YouTube partner and be monetized. It's always been a dream of mine to get to this point, so thank you so much if you have joined the family and become a sour lemon. If you're not already one of the family members, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can become one. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching my channel, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!